morning. I'm Maria de Nelson Local, CEO of Evegrocer from the Philippines. Question number 1. Why did you start your company? And when will you know you succeeded? A typical family throws away 20 to 30 packs of one-time use plastic packaging per week, which amounts to 660 grams of carbon dioxide. We usually spend 1 to 2 hours driving in traffic, while in long lines, and when we go to the grocery. Being a working mom, our main struggles are the inflation rate, balancing our time with the family, and lastly, we worry about the future of our children with all the climate and environmental concerns that we face.
Hello, everyone. We're from Evegrocer, hosting the sustainable food and Agri fishing competition. We would like to start with a short info about Evegrocer and food tech. Um, 2 years ago, it was my first time to step into the startup scene in the startup week 2019. It's in Crown Plaza, Ortigas, and I was exposed to the startup world. I was a traditional business owner for the past 16 years, and now we established Eve Grocer. So now I would like to discuss the food waste, what we are trying to solve. Food waste alone causes 10% of greenhouse gases. So imagine the food waste that is um, in groceries, in farms, in the household. That's that's a lot of people are getting going. A lot of people are suffering from hunger, and there's a lot of food waste, and it's causing greenhouse gases. So these are the top contributions of the phases of food supply chain in the carbon footprint. So number one is the agricultural production, which is almost 35%. The post harvest and handling and storage. There's a lot of food that's vegetables, and food products that's being wasted in this process, and then the processing, and then distribution. Um, this is where the groceries like us play a huge role. When we display a lot of products in our grocery stores, there's a lot of expired products after few days or few months of storage. And then the consumption, when people tend to buy a lot, more than what they can consume. So this is what we are trying to solve. So number one is urban farming. This is where we put agriculture in urban cities, because we all know there's a lot of challenge in farms, especially it's very seasonal. Like there are some season that crops are doing well. There's a lot of harvest, and there's a lot of supply but very little demand. And then farmers would take a lot of time in growing those crops. They put in a lot of effort, capitalization, and then on the supply, on the harvesting, there's too much stocks, and then if they couldn't distribute it on time, it will just go to waste. It will go to waste. And then number two is hydroponics. This is where we utilize everything, the plants, the soil, and it also saves a lot of water also. When we put it, some hydroponics have fishes, and the waste of the fishes, the nutrients from the water goes to the plants. And then there's farm to table. This is where the farmers produce vegetables, and then the community of farmers are being distributed by the farm to table companies, then distributed directly to the restaurants, the groceries, and to the restaurants and the people, the consumers. So this is also one of the good solutions for the food waste problem. So for us, how about subscription? We have a campaign. Evegrocer has a campaign, the subscription campaign. We have helped Evegrocer be 100% zero waste through subscription. By subscription, we can arrange with our merchants a full circular model, sets delivery scheduling, lowers the cost prices, retrieve our reusable containers, and increase our sustainable product line. It will also encourage more brands to shift to sustainable packaging. So how does sustainable subscription help lessen food waste? Number one, helping the farmers by predetermining supply that is on demand per cycle, so they can allot different channels that and the type of crop they're growing. For example, they can utilize their land. They can put a portion for example, for the tomatoes, some portion for the herbs, some portion for some other crops that's in demand. So in that way, they do not overproduce. They just supply just enough for their customers. And number two, they help store owners. Proper allotment of food supply and per branch needed in one cycle. And number three, helps customers. We help customers pre-schedule, plan, and budget their weekly grocery needs. Because most of us, when we go to the grocery, we have a huge grocery cart. And then we just put in a lot of stocks, we just overstock. And then when we go home, just we find out that there's a lot pa in our kitchen, in our refrigerator. So we cannot memorize our stocks. And sometimes we tend to forget a lot of items when we're on the grocery doing the shopping. So by subscription, we pre-plan our weekly commodity, our consumption, and pre-budget as well. So here are subscription plans. We have farm fresh subscription. We have just us weekly subscription. These are for small families. We have close tie subscription for larger families, and we have plant based subscription for the plant based customers, and keto, all day breakfast, and this is our subscription plans. But right now, the good news is people can pre-select their subscription plan. It's the our new system has our system has an upgrade, and people can select all products. All products are available for subscription. It's very flexible. You can set different subscription, and you can cancel anytime, and you can change the products in the subscription list. So we also have the reverse logistics. This is our process. The Evegrocer process is bundle, subscribe, deliver, disinfect, and reuse. As we all know, Evegrocer delivers through reusable containers and retrieve on our next subscribe delivery. And also, we give discounts when customer returns their containers. This is actually a good customer behavioral change, because we are giving a reward, a discount reward, if they return the containers and and uh, and lessen the plastic pollution. So Evegrocer's climate impact, in just 1 year of operations, we have 16,000 transactions. We have delivered 3,733 meat containers, reused 3 to 4 times, and we have reduced 1,003,200 grams of carbon dioxide emissions for just 1,090 customers in 1 year. But currently, we already have 2,300 customers, so it was almost double. So imagine that the the reduction of the carbon dioxide is almost doubled. So here's a short video on circular supply chain.
The linear approach to industrialization is under immense The circular economy is an alternative to the predominant linear take, make, dispose economy of production and consumption, which relies on large quantities of relatively cheap materials and inputs and produces a lot of waste. A circular economy keeps products, components, and materials at the linear utility and value at all times. It is regenerative by design.
Okay. Okay.
It's natural to think of supply chains as linear. From the point where products or their components are manufactured to a warehouse for storage, processing, and possibly assembly, before final shipment to a customer's home or business. But there's a problem. In today's world, things are less linear. For example, products are purchased online and then returned when sizes don't fit or shoppers change their minds. Add to that, new products are constantly released, rendering existing products obsolete or outdated, which presents its own problem. What to do with older models and e-waste? At Ingram Micro, we have shifted the focus from a linear supply chain to a circular supply chain, a logistics model that focuses on the complete product lifecycle. By investing in services like reverse logistics and IT asset disposition, and offering refurbishment, repair, and recycling capabilities, we're extending the lives of products, increasing bottom lines, reducing e-waste, and ensuring secure data management along the way. We've been in this industry for more than 40 years and are well known for forward logistics. But in the past decade, we've significantly increased our reverse logistics operations around the world. Managing apparel returns at a state-of-the-art facility in Poland, and investing in automation for mobile device grading and repairing at our site in Fort Worth, Texas, are just some of our latest reverse logistics initiatives. We also have an entire line of business dedicated to helping enterprising businesses recover value through IT asset disposition, reselling inventory in secondary electronics markets, and providing demand planning services.
So this is as a sample of a circular supply chain. So
All right, welcome everyone to our SE3X live event. Thanks for joining today. You should already know me. My name is Alexis Bateman. I'm the SE3X course lead and also
hello. So that's a short presentation about the company and sustainability, sustainable food waste, and the circular supply chain. So now we proceed to the guest speakers. Um, Mr. Andrew Brenes. He's CEO and co-founder of Smatter. He is the top 25 EWC Entrepreneurship World Cup winner of Startup Awards Costa Rica 2020, and a part of the batch Build 2 of the Best Accelerator in Latam Startups Chile. He they are creating a packaging in replacement of styrofoam using mushrooms. Hello, Mr. Andrew. Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Dimple. Nice to be here, and
Hello.
thanks for having me here in the event. Nice to meet you all. Yes, we are in Smarter creating sustainable packaging and also sustainable materials for the agriculture industry. Yeah, we are taking part of this trend also and using biotechnology and also waste in a circular economy model as if Grocer is trying and to do it and with all these efforts. And yeah, thank you very much for the event and for the invitation.
The video. Thank you.
Sorry, can you repeat again? It was
I
the audio.
Can you share screen?
Sure. If you just can give me a moment, because I'm looking for the video right now. But yeah, I can like do it in live mode
Okay.
if you run. Yeah. Basically, just for a quick intro about the smarter technology that we're using and also about the trends that we are trying to push with our technology. As you already know, the agriculture industry is losing up to 40% of the total production that we are doing right now. So this is a really big problem since we are growing in the population, the global population, and we have to double this production by 2050. But the thing is that we are not taking like the right efforts or we're not like developing the right solutions for this. What we're focused right now is to helping agricultural producers to look on to implement different solutions to replace the single-use plastics. Based on that, we have developed Mycopod, which is a biocontrol, which is a seedling production system, and also it includes biocontrollers for this kind of stage, which is the seedling or the plant babies that we are using right now in the horticultural industry. Basically, with that system, we are helping the producers to replace or to avoid the fungi disease and also to avoid the single-use plastics in this stage. But during the development process, we have discovered that this technology can be used for packaging, and right now we are developing and launching in a private testing with different producers the sustainable packaging, and right now it is only focused in the protection and the logistics side of the packaging industry. Basically, just for you to know or to imagine how it works, it is a functional substitute of polystyrene and this single-use plastic, and it can be used as polystyrene, but the advantage of this is that it can be degraded or it can be destroyed it in a good way to explain it without any special condition. Basically, we can like integrate this material into the soil or into the nature with no special conditions at all, and that's the part of the impact that we are using. And we achieve this by combining two microorganisms in one material to do it. So this is a little bit about our job and about our efforts that we are doing to make a more sustainable industry. Thank you, Dimple, for the space. And any questions you have, you can share it, and we can answer that for sure.
Oh, Andrew, by the way, I have your video here. Do you want me to play so that the viewers can see the products on the video?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That would be
Okay.
great.
I will play it.
is Andrew Renes. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Smarter. Basically, Smarter is a biotech startup that develops sustainable materials and final products for the agricultural and packaging industry. We use organic waste and different microorganisms, manufacture raw materials and final products for these industries. Basically, we have developed a fully functional substitute of the single-use plastic and also for the polyester. Our team decided to create this new technology led by innovation, and the main reason was the Alejandra and Richard research. They are our co-founders, and that research showed the main problem related with the efficiency of these two industries, the agriculture and packaging. Even though Costa Rica and our university have been working to create a more sustainable cities and industries, and decided to create a new set of materials or technologies to support these efforts. Taking that approach, we are developing two materials. The first one is a microwave, a fungi-based polymer, and the second one is Polyplus, a fully biodegradable polymer. That's our base or our technology. And with that base, we are developing special business lines for the agricultural. And the second one, which is focusing on packaging, we are really excited to bring our biomaterials to the world to create a more sustainable world and basically to create a smarter world.
Thank you so much for that, Andrew.
Thanks to you.
Thank you, thank you. So our next speaker is Mr. Mehtab Khalid. He's a CEO and founder of Robotics World, a founder at Steam Minds, an edtech startup, and co-founder at Al Sayyahat, a travel and tourism startup currently based in Pakistan. He has a bachelor in mechatronics engineering and master's in computer science. Hello, Mr. Mehtab. Hello, Mehtab.
Me the opportunity to present over here. So I will share my screen. Okay. So yeah, my screen is visible to you people.
Your screen. There. Oh.
Yeah. Should I start?
Yes. Share your screen.
Okay, so I'm the founder of Steam Minds. Steam Minds is basically an edtech startup, and we are trying to convert the normal basic culture education, traditional education, into the 21st century skill education. And the bookish knowledge who are in Pakistan, especially in Pakistan and all over the country, in Asian countries, is very much. So we are trying to solve this problem, and our solution is basically a web and app based solution, and we have developed the virtual reality labs and one kit for these people, for the students. And okay, so yeah, these are our products. Actually, the virtual reality lab, robotic STEM kit, Mad Genius, an application which is already on the Play Store. And currently, for now, we are developing the virtual reality lab. We have already developed one, and we are developing another. And our core feature are our integrated learning management system, this technological connectivity, experiments in virtual reality lab, 24/7 availability of all the education. So this is our business model, actually, subscription, and we are trying to go to $1 per student per month. So marketing strategy business model. Okay, for now with our traction, we have 3 PhD advisor in our team. We have onboarded 17 schools, which is almost 3,500 students. We have signed MOU with almost 34 schools, which will be starting from the coming January 2022. And yes, we are also got one government project which we are doing for the past 6 months. So this is our go-to-market strategy: events, referrals, virality, social media marketing, physical marketing, and online marketing. The market size all over the world, it's by worldwide, it's over 85 billion plus dollar, and market in Pakistan is 600 million plus. And yes, we are trying to look for at least 8% share of the Pakistan market for now. Yeah, this is for our schools, the enterprise, individual, and the partners. Yeah, why we are different? So we have our own learning management system, we are a group mode learning, we are offline learning, we are virtuality lab, and the $1 initiative, which will be affordable for everyone. So these are our unique advantage, especially the $1 initiative, the student ambassador program, the student centered learning, and the parents check enable. So this is our advisory board. Yeah, and we are currently potential. So by the end of this year, we are trying to get 15 school at least on board, which we already have achieved. And for next 2022, we'll be looking for 600 plus schools. Yes, for now, this was our pitch deck for one of the investor. For we are trying to raise a seed round of 300K. Thank you.
Mehtab, thank you for the wonderful presentation. So it's such he's one of Evegrocer's partners in Pakistan, and we are so grateful that for making it here in the event. So our third guest, I would like to introduce Mr. Davaraj Elangovan. He is the founder and managing director of AP Group of Companies, a highly motivated, people-oriented, and versatile person with excellent leadership qualities. Qualifications: he's Masters of Management from University of Paris, Bachelor of Business Administration from University of SMC Switzerland, Bachelor of Law from University of Hertfordshire, UK, Diploma in Psychology from RMIT University, Diploma in Financial Planning from RMIT University, Diploma in Entrepreneurship from RMIT University, Diploma in Logistics from RMIT University, and Diploma in Supply Chain Management from RMIT University. Wow, that's really an impressive
Thank you. Thank you.
qualifications, Mr. Elangovan. He's also
Hi.
our partner in Malaysia.
Yes, Lesh. Hi, everyone. I'd like to introduce myself to you all. I'm Davaraj Elangovan. I'm founder and a group CEO of program Berhad. So what we do actually in Malaysia is that we are a one-stop logistics solution. We provide services like sea freight, air freight, express, warehousing, and just name it. In logistics, we're doing everything. So a part of logistics, we are into retail market, whereby Evegrocer Malaysia, we're entire Malaysia, so we're into retail market, and also we are into engineering and oil and gas as well. Completely, we wanted to go into every industry so that we sustainability in business. Fundamental goal is to become a company in next 5 years. Already listed a listing company, but we haven't go to IPO yet. So our fundamental corporate goal is to reach IPO in another 5 more years. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Davaraj.
Most welcome, Simple.
Do you have a presentation? The company.
I think you already told. I think good about it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for that speech. Okay, so now let's proceed to the pitch of Jenny, Miss Jenny Talaver of Wasteless PH. So I'll share my screen again.
We have a very big crisis of waste right now, and most of it comes from overconsumption and the big brands that refuse to produce sustainably. Specifically, there are 9 million tons of plastics that enter in our oceans and other waterways every year. That is all. That is that. We have a very big crisis of waste right now, and most of it comes from overconsumption and the big brands that refuse to produce sustainably. Specifically, there are 9 million tons of plastics that enter in our oceans and other waterways every year. That does not include the millions of plastics and other waste that enter our landfills. This is equivalent to one garbage full of plastics being dumped into the sea every minute. Imagine how much it would be in a year. That causes severe flooding, deaths of marine wildlife, and contamination of our seafood sources. That's why I created Wasteless PH, a sustainable startup focusing on plant-based manufacturing. Wasteless PH creates zero-waste products for people who want to reduce their plastic consumption. We are focused on plant-based healthcare. The mainstream self-care and personal care industry is focused on plastic packaging. They also make their products with harsh chemicals such as parabens and sulfates. They are not travel-friendly, and they are very easy to waste, and they do not last long. Whereas Wasteless PH, we make our products by hand and with mild plant-based ingredients such as coconut oil and SEI. We either do not use packaging at all or wrap our products in bar products in paper or in reusable pouches. This makes our products very portable and travel friendly. They're also very long lasting because each bar can last up to 3 months of use. So, how did Wasteless PH start? Back in 2018, I went minimalist. This led me to a zero-waste lifestyle. Wasteless PH began with a simple product line, which is our shampoo bars and our conditioner bars. We are bringing plant-based manufacturing to personal care. Currently, the market leaders in this industry are Unilever, Procter & Gamble, and L'Oreal. Then, for the sustainable sector of this market, there is also Lush and Human Nature. So, what differentiates Wasteless PH from these companies? So, we have a sustainable circular supply chain with in-house recycling. So, we encourage our buyers to send us their discarded waste materials such as old used papers and plastics
and then we reuse these materials for our own upcycled packaging, or we also give them to our connected non-profit for their livelihood programs. We create handmade products with locally sourced ingredients. This includes seasonal vegetables and fruits that we source from local farmers. We also partner with indigenous artisans and farmers, specifically the Yakan weavers of Lamete and Basilan and the Tausug seamstresses of Zamboanga City. We are customer-centric. We cater to different consumer needs and we promptly respond to consumer concerns. Since we started in April 2020, we have produced and sold 2,000 handmade bars. This includes our shampoo bars, conditioner bars, soaps, and shaving bars. We have served 315 customers, including small businesses, non-profits, and eco-conscious families. Through them, we have managed to keep over 5,000 bottles of shampoo, conditioner, and soaps from going to the landfill and polluting our oceans. We have also implemented, since we started in 2020, a giving back program wherein we give away Christmas baskets to tricycle drivers all over the Philippines. We have solid positive customer reviews wherein many of our customers liked how our bars lather very well and last long even if they use it as a family. We have a few partner stores since we started. So we have Curate, Farm to Folk, EcoStuff Davao, Fulfill Zero Waste, and Evegrocer. Here are also some of our clients: Hacienda Gracia in Cebu, Liho Advocacia in Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte, Agbayanihan Foundation, EcoWatch Organization, ACES, Isabela Orrol or Oris Project, and Halio UP. So what's next for Wasteless PH? We are currently planning to branch out to laundry and detergent projects. We are also planning to host workshops for out-of-school youth once the pandemic restriction eases. We're also planning to open our own brick-and-mortar location starting in our base in Zamboanga City. And we also want to start a sustainability-focused cooperative with our partner farmers and artisans. We are Wasteless PH. You may contact us at phwasteless@gmail.com or our cell phone number 09234 221 858. Join us in our mission towards a sustainable future. Thank you very much. We have a very
Thank you so much, Miss Jen Talaver. Unfortunately, she has connection issues, so she won't be able to join the question and answer. But we have a panel discussion, a short panel discussion with our guest speaker. So, yes, I would like to call on the guest speakers. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, yes.
Hello. Yeah. So I have a few questions. Let's just share our insights on these issues. do you think what are your outlook on the future of supply chain trends, sustainability supply chain trends? Okay, let's first start with Mr. Mehtab. I think you're muted.
Yeah, okay. I think the supply chain question was for Devraj. So can you just come again, please?
Okay.
Oh, that was because he has done so many degrees on all the diplomas from RMIT. Is that from Australia, right?
Sorry?
Australia, right?
Yeah, correct.
Great. I have a great friend of my bestie is over there. He was studying mechanical engineering. That's why I know about RMIT.
I
It's a
see.
very good, yes. All
All
the
right.
diplomas, you just grab it. That's good, boy.
No, because I was working over there, so that's where I got the opportunity.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dimple, can you come again, please? Sorry for
Yes.
that.
So, what are your outlooks for the future trends of the sustainability supply chain? Do you think we can make it?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
of course.
definitely.
Yeah, please.
Please, Araj.
I mean, definitely, it's one that we need right now because we see in supply chain there's a lot of wastage, a lot of things like beginning stage of presentation we have seen like 9 million of wastage ton in ocean. Not only ocean, people forget about the air, the pollution. I would say this pandemic have given a very good awareness to the environment that it's pure because a lot of lockdowns here and there. You can see a lot of things. This kind of movement, it's very important to a supply chain, whereby since we're doing a reverse logistics and all, there are a lot of resources are getting involved, and people doesn't know how to actually maximize the resources that they have into a smaller thing. They tend to do a lot of wastage. That kind of wastage, I mean, in financially we are losing a lot of money. Second thing is not maximizing the usage of the each products or each items they're doing. So this kind of movement is definitely gonna really help the environment, any startup funding, and also moreover, of course, it create a very good awareness for future generation. That's all from my side.
That's great. How about you, Mr.
Yeah,
Andrew?
so I totally agree with Devraj. Actually, I have done one job, and that was in Unilever. Okay, it was Unilever, and I was the package. Fortunately, I was in the packaging department, so my brands were like the skincare, Fair and Lovely, Pond's, and Vaseline. So, what project we got over there? They started the campaign of this sustainability and the supply chain and all that. So actually, big companies, the multinational company, are mainly focuses on the sustainability stuff, and they are literally what we used to do. We used to like we need to save the cost by this sustainability campaign because it also save you the cost, but it also save the environment from getting just in the last mention when that mentioned that there is almost 9 million of ton of this extras in the ocean. So yes, sustainability is the future, and definitely the startups, especially all you people are working, so that's really great. I really appreciate that, and definitely there's a good future for that, and all the startups will be big companies build multinational brands in near future. So that's my wishes for you, all of you.
How about you, Mr. Andrew?
Awesome. Yeah, I think that definitely we're going to achieve that. Something that Tawara said, and I totally agree with that, is that well, related with the crisis we're going through right now, the healthy crisis, that shows that we can go almost all digital tools and all digital work right now. So that is a really big challenge that we proved that we could do it, right? So the sustainable supply chain is definitely another point of or another challenge that we can take and we can definitely accomplish. And in my side, like in my experience related with the startup work and also that startup work connection with the universities and the research centers and everything related with the innovations and laboratories that are taking that are doing efforts and also related with the government efforts, for me is a really positive point of view. We have been working with two different universities and also with local governments that are supporting these innovations related with materials, of course, but also with clean energy that will help us to achieve this logistics sustainable logistics roads. Yeah. So basically, for me, the future is quite positive. Looking or like seeing all the efforts that we are seeing, and also the corporate side that Mehtab said is a really good effort from these big companies to make it real. So yeah, I think we should be positive, and we should work a lot to achieve it.
Thank you so much, Andrew, Mr. Andrew. Actually, for us, this is a huge challenge because as a platform, we need a lot of products. And having very few sustainable products in the market, especially the commercial brands, we cannot carry them because we are campaigning for sustainability, and it will actually it will go against the alignment of the brand if we carry products with that doesn't align with the advocacy. So it's quite challenging in our part as a platform because, as we all know, the more products, the better profitability. And of course, we are running through the same OPEX as the other huge grocery, which has no limitation in carrying any products. There are actually can sell anything, just anything in the market. So it's really difficult. Our efforts are really doubled, tripled because of this issue, because of this challenge that we are facing. So for me, the only solution for this one is to have more products, more sustainable products, to urge a lot of startups to create sustainable product line because there's nothing to sell if there are no sustainable products. And it will also help the environment. So imagine if there's a lot of plastic being thrown away. 8 million single-use plastic packaging are being thrown away every day globally, and it's converted to 176 million grams of carbon dioxide. So that's the carbon footprints every day that we are dealing with these days. So another question, what do you think are our challenges, our pain points in solving this problem? Do you think seeing the future, what hurdles are we expecting to face in addressing our goal?
It's very easy. What Mr. Mehtab said is that we would agree that a lot of big giants are going towards saving the world, saving the environment, and all. So the challenges I would say that we're gonna have is that we need to focus on today's people, the mindset of people, because not everyone will adapt things. Because if you see sustainability products, people are actually lazy to bring their own plastic bag to go to store. They don't mind paying extra money to purchase a plastic bag in a store. For example, like coming to a normal store, they don't mind purchasing 20 cents. So why is that? It's because of people's mindset. So not only personally, this kind of thing for us to achieve our bigger level goal, the particular governments must get involved. We need to create awareness for the people. We need to create a lot of awareness. This kind of things need to educate from schools, from government policies. And also, if you see in a corporate way, our challenges will be a bigger huge of the old school manufacturers. So it's very hard for us to, these are the challenges, because we're going to have a tough time to go into the manufacturers or supplier where back then are way elder to us. Like they've been supplying vegetable for the past 20 years, means their entire packaging of supply chain is totally different compared to the current farmers. Current farmers go with technology, the packaging method, all kind of things, all kind of the package materials that they're going to use is totally different. And another part I would see is that the cost. Sustainability items, for us to bring it to the market, the cost is there for us because not everyone willing to accept it. So it's not that, so the volume of our product will be lesser. So volume is lesser when we bring it to the market. Of course, we can't make much money, so we need to increase up a bit higher in terms of packaging, in terms of marketing. So I would say that are the minor challenges that we can overcome, that we might face in the future.
I totally agree with the Raj that actually the biggest challenge for now is the awareness. So people are not aware of that, and we need to start it from schools, not from the normal for the corporate sector. The campaigns, the awareness campaigns, these marketing strategies should be more focused on the low level, because for now we are solving, our generation is solving the problem, but our generation is solving the problem for us, but especially for the upcoming generation. So when these people in the school and colleges know about the awareness, they will be having the awareness about the sustainability product, and especially the advantages of this, because it's polluting the world, it's polluting this universe. So that's very dangerous, and it's creating a global warming all over the world. So the global warming is affecting especially the poor countries, the third world countries are being more affected because of the resources. So these are the challenges. The awareness is the challenges, but the solution for that is that we should focus on the smaller level, like school level, college level, and we should collaborate with the big companies. So we should bring them, they are interested, and there should be more startups. And the main thing, the main you can say stakeholder is government. So you need to push the government, because in third world countries, what I have seen, the government is not that much interested or not that much active. So the most important thing is that you need to collaborate with the government. If they want something, they can do it by hook or crook. So everyone has to do it. So that's one of the very simplest solution. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with my colleagues. And also, I would like to bring to the table the situation here in Latin America, which is the other side of the world. We're having like efforts, well, really good efforts from the governments, and also, well, in Europe, I know in Europe there are really good efforts related with the government's laws related with these non-sustainable practices, packaging, and everything, just to avoid glycerin and plastic. I would like to focus my point with that kind of well, with that topic. Basically, for me, the biggest challenge is how we can like make or to take all these innovations from the startups and make it affordable, and also making it like really useful for the big companies. Because we, well, here the example of Smarter, we are taking this technology, but yeah, we are competing with a really big industry, with like the plastic industry, which you can go and buy a really cheap plastic for almost nothing. So we have to make it faster and also affordable for these companies. And for me, that's the challenge: how we can create and how we can invest in these technologies, and how these technologies can really make a good fit into the production lines and the production systems that these big companies are using right now. So that's the biggest challenge for me. And the second one, I would say that it is related with the point of my colleagues, and it is related with the how faster we can adopt these technologies, right? So for me, those are the biggest challenges that we are going to face in the near future, or we are facing right now. So it's just a matter of work to make it real, really realism. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. So yeah, it's quite challenging for us as a startup, as a sustainability platform. It's number one. There's so many challenges. Number one, the market is saturated because we actually there's a very we need to the concept is new. The sustainability concept is new. Um, there's an issue about food handling, food safety handling, and the sustainability because we are handling food. Most of the customers are very they are they want secured food packaging. They wanted vacuum sealed, and then here we are introducing circular supply chain that we give we deliver through reusable container and then retrieve the container. They keep questioning the safety of the process, and of course this is an added responsibility to the customers. uh, all of us wanted a very convenient purchasing, a linear model where we just throw away after consumption. So having a circular supply chain makes them take good care of the containers after using, so they can return it to us when we retrieve it on their next subscribe delivery. So for us, the concept is still new. We are still trying. We need customer behavioral change, and we need more learning, more push on the advocacy and awareness, and more partners, especially on the government and other organizations, sustainability organizations. And yes, and last question is, in your point of view, how can the governments support our difficulties, our challenges? What can the government do, the institutions do, in order to help our initiatives?
I would say the government should start giving subsidies for the products, encourage more people to go into this kind of sectors rather than giving any other things. They need to encourage. The government should create awareness on encouraging the youngsters, the new people, or the current people to convert into a new generation. For example, in Malaysia, there is a Minister of Entrepreneur, there is Minister of Agriculture. So maybe these two ministers, for example, in Malaysia, so these two ministers should work together, come up with a certain campaign, certain subsidiaries to people, to consumers, and also to if you give people, consumers, a subsidy, people, if you purchase this kind of items, if you go green or sustainability items, you will get this many of cheaper price, this and that. So as a platform, we will be getting paid from the government. So this is one of the way they can actually educate them. And another part is of Minister of Education, they can emphasize on the schools education, how important is the sustainability is for us to survive, how our grandkids gonna survive next time. Look at if you look at 10 years or 15 years behind, and now the world, everything has been increased. For the past 2 years, just because lockdown, the world, I would say, it's in a recovery stage. Not because of virus, talk about the environment. So moving forward now, everything coming back to normal. The ocean, people are going to beach, getting dirty. People are going there, chopping trees, this and that. So to avoid all this, it must go as low as to the kids. From the kids, the government should go into education, and also, of course, parenting-wise, they need to emphasize for the parent to come into. So I mean, as a buyer, I need something. Why I need to buy sustainability goods? Oh, if I buy these goods, government can give subsidy. It's cheaper. Even the goods is something. So these are the two things that government can do actually. Still, there are a lot of other points that government can consider. If they actually wanted to help the environment, they will definitely do. But if you see government politician, they are not really focused on that. I don't want to go more detail on politics, but that is what's happening now. So like corporate companies like us, we are making it very, 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 very emphasized into that. So if you see about like Tesla cars, so if you buy Tesla cars in US, they're giving some kind of subsidy because same idea that Evegrocer had, Elon Musk had back then in cars. That's why electric cars have been born. Why electric cars are not in Malaysia or Karachi or Philippines? So people over here I would say in Asia and all, they are not ready, not prepared to adapt that kind of situation. So we have to make sure, the government must make sure they must adapt that kind of situation. So it's no point government always see that we must see the developed country. So what developed country has done, what our countries have never done. So these are the examples we need to take in. So one of the main thing is I would say that if government start giving subsidies for the products, of course consumer like us, we will definitely purchase goods to sustain the thing as usual. Thank you. That is the only point I can think about now.
Yeah, I agree to the Raj what he just said. I think that there should be a specific policy for this sustainability, and that should be. I think this is the initial phase that how government can work, because everything is in the government papers, but not applicable. But yes, the main thing is they should have a proper and very focused policy on this sustainability. And again, the policy should include this education at school level, college level, and all that stuff. And the other thing is that there should be some type of subsidiary, like the Elon Musk is providing that, or you in USA, it's like for Tesla cars, something like that. So I think subsidy from government and on this sustainable product using the sustainable cans, or you get the bottles and all the stuff. So if government provide these, government can provide these, of course. So if then it will be easy. And the last option for government is just to force them. I think that they can do that. Europe is going good in that, but especially our Asian countries, especially the third world countries, are not that much educated in that. So yes, system here is a little different. Andrew, yes, over to you.
Yeah, just to say my point for that. And yeah, in my experience here in Costa Rica, we've got really good efforts. But for me, one of the key points that we have to improve is how we can like design and implement really good laws that can fit for the new technologies. There are a big blank space related with these government laws. So how we can like regulate the new material, the new technologies, the new energy sources. So that's one key point for me that the government has to implement, which is you have to make laws that are according or that are aligned with the new technologies that are developing right now with the startups. And you can take an example related with this fintech boom that just recently happened, and we've got like the all laws on regulated stuff related with the banks, and all this fintech boom happened with the startups, and we have to adapt our regulations. And the second point that I would like to highlight for that is to create new hubs. I think that is a really good tool to make this happen really quickly. And the example for me is the Startup Chile model. And also in Costa Rica, we have a similar model with that. But they are bringing talent and technology from all over the world here to Chile, and it is just crazy, right? We have the best talented people here, and also in other hubs like in Silicon Valley, United States, and also in Israel is another example of that. I think there's a really good tool to invest in entrepreneurs and also to invest in new technologies. And if you do that like as a government or as a country, you're going to have a really good pool of talented people developing new technologies and also new companies in different countries. So I think those are for me the most important keys. As a summary, are really good regulations for the new technologies and create these new hubs of innovations in each countries with the right conditions to create these new, I don't know, like business models, technologies, materials, software lines, everything. It has to be connected, right?
That's great. Well, yeah, for me, there's a lot of a lot of ways, especially on supporting the students, looking for talents, promising talents that could contribute to the sustainability research, and a lot more supporting startups, prioritizing sustainability in the regulations that they're passing, and there maybe there can be an improvement in the future of sustainability. We can really focus on the sustainability. This is to save the climate. This is to save the future generation, the children, to have a safer, cleaner air and a safer ocean to swim. And that's
Yeah, to save the environment, to save the planet, this planet. Yeah, so it's very important for. So it's actually our responsibility and government responsibility just to take the initiative. Just go to government and just take the initiative for that. And you people are doing really great.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much to our partners, Evegrocer partners. We are so grateful that you dedicated your time in this event to the Philippine Startup Week. And we are so happy to have you here to share your insights, to share your standing sustainability. We are so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you having us. It's our pleasure.
So much. Thank you for having us, especially me, on this and providing the opportunity to speak on this platform, this big platform. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tito.
So yeah,
Thank you,
and
Ms. Nisha. Thank you.
let's have a picture.
Sure.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Looking forward for more events like
Guys.
this. Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Devraj. Thank you, Andrew.
Bye,
It was nice.
bye, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.